What's up, everyone? It's the Ghost of MC here today, and as you can see, we have a completely different setup than we usually have. We're going through some renovations, and so I thought I'd come at you today with the top 5 reasons why you should become a YuGiOh Judge. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Number 1, it makes you better at the game. So let me explain what I mean by that. So judging, what it is you're basically using your knowledge of the game and the intricacies and the rules of the game to assist others during or outside of their actual game play. So that means basically you're at an event, and if you're judging the event, all you're doing is pretty much walking around. Unless you are doing something specific, you're pretty much just walking around waiting for those to go. Judge, kind of walking and checking to make sure everyone's doing everything properly. And it would be your job as a judge, if you see something going on that's incorrect, you are to go ahead and, make sure that it's actually, you can correct it, okay? So that's the first thing. It makes you better at the game because what it does is it makes you have to constantly be completely updated with the game. That's part 1 of reason number 1. And so it makes you better at the game because you're keeping up with the game, and it makes you better because then you understand the game in a better light. And there's also so many more resources that you have as a judge that will help you outside of an event or if you're prepping for an event. And we can get into those in a little. We have a couple ones down the road, but we have those later on the list. All right, anyways, on to number 2. Number 2, you can make other people better at the game. So if you want to extend and if you're that type of person who always likes lending a helping hand, then you as a judge can do that officially, which is completely great. And I'm so glad that a lot of more people started looking at judging and going, oh, that's actually pretty sweet. I really want to help other people out. And it makes you feel good if you had your rulings correct. Even if someone appealed to a judge higher than you, you still had but if that higher judge said the same thing that you said for the exact same reason, then it makes you feel like, oh man, I actually did something. Or if someone decides, oh yeah, I really learned a lot from that one judge call that I had, and it completely changed the game for me entirely, because I thought this mechanic worked this way and it actually works this way, and you can completely change the game for whoever you come in contact with. So that's number 2. On to number 3. Number 3, you get product and other prize support for judging different types of events. So what that looks like is we have our locals, but you really, as far as I know, don't really get much. I mean, unless it depends on the locals, to be honest, but they don't give much for judging like locals or anything, except the gratitude of all those who needed you for whatever reason. For higher events such as like regionals, depending on the tournament organizer, you also could get products. So it may be a bunch of packs of this, or sometimes you can get even paid minimum wage for it, which is great, and it gives you bang for your buck, so you're not just sitting there like, oh, I'm just volunteering my time. I don't get nothing, right? The higher up you go, the better the prizing. Also, when you get to like tier 3 events, tier 3 is about the right word. We have like UDS qualifiers, or UDS invitationals, actually, I should say. And like YCS events, you get paid, and you also get prize support, product. There you go. You also get product. That's what I meant to say. And nationals, I say it's like everything else, but on a grander scale. And worlds, you first of all, you get to, if you are judging at worlds, you have not only the pressure on you from judging worlds, but you have literally like you must be like up here as a judge, because most events they'll have like a mixture, but like worlds, I believe they are focused more on making sure the game is run right more than let's get all these judges experienced, you know. Because usually it's like a mixture. You might have like, I'd say 75% experienced judges, like 25% new judges, something like that. I wouldn't know exactly the ratio. I don't know exactly how they pick which judges go where, but like they make sure that it's not just all new judges or not just all old judges, and they make sure you're around experienced judges so you can get a little bit more experience under your belt. So that was number 3. Let's go on to number 4. Number 4. So as I was saying earlier, you have a whole lot of more resources. This is due to the fact that there are now judge groups. Really, the one big judge group on Facebook, which is probably the easiest. Did I say the easiest? Yeah, about the easiest way to get your questions answered and quickly. And it's a good way for you to be able to understand how things work prior to actually being at an event and being like, I don't know how this works. If I have a question, go ahead and ask it. There you go. That's all it really takes. I'm not going to say that there are no stupid questions. All I'm going to say is that there really aren't any stupid questions. It really depends on your level and where, like, because you could just be starting the game and want to judge, and then you pass your level 1 test. That's not. I'm not gonna say it's too difficult. I'm pretty sure you could be in the game for maybe 6 months and be able to pass that test pretty simply. You need 80% to pass, so depending. So yeah, you have a whole lot of more resources, and not just the Facebook group, but you also have when you pass your level 1 test, they send you all these different resources that you have, and yeah, so and then you can talk to other judges. I mean, you can talk to other judges without being a judge, but then you could ask, well, what would you rule in this case, or how would you have handled this as a judge? It makes it more like a peer-to-peer thing instead of a player-to-judge thing. It's like a judge-to-judge, you know? So, anyways, that's it for number 4. And last but not least, number 5. You get to make sure that this game can be played fairly for everyone. So, what that means is, basically, without judges, I'm gonna get a little closer to this. Without judges, right, there'd be no real way to be like, that's not fair. There's no way. Now you can call, everyone can call judge. They just raise their hand, call judge, and there you go. That's all it really takes. But without that, it's like, well, I say it works this way. Well, I say it works this way. Well, I have a problem with how you say it. I have a problem with how you say it. I don't understand 2 people getting mad at each other. And you really don't want that. This is a card game. It's a children's card game. But it's at least it's a card game. It's a game. You don't need to get that upset. But that's why we have judges, because if you have a dispute, judge. There you go. And especially, thank you, judges, because the hygiene rule, I'm loving it. That's not a McDonald's reference at all. I don't even know what McDonald's is. Anyways, so yeah, that is pretty much it. You get to make sure that this game runs fairly. That's who wouldn't want to be the ones who said that? Oh, this is not fair. This is fair. Like, everyone wants to be in control of that. Even though you're not Konami, so you can't say this is how this works. You can't say this is a new way to do this. It has to be according to the rules, but you're the one who gets to deliver it. So you're kind of the messenger. Don't kill the messenger. So, anyways, that is it. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. If you liked it, go ahead and smash that like button. And go ahead and click that subscribe button and tap that little notification bell so you never miss a new video. And I don't know, do I have any other announcements for you today? No, I'm just done. I'm done. The only other thing is, as you can see, we're in the process of remodeling. It's gonna look completely different coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, this has been the Ghost of MC, and now I'm signing off.